welcome to or back to my channel. These are going to be some timeless messages for Leo. So these messages will not resonate with everyone. So please take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. Always use your discernment. Okay, so these are going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or if you're cross watching for a Leo. Please remember that my readings are timeless, therefore they can be relevant at any time in the past, present, or future. Okay, so you'll find previous readings for the last over a year under the live tab where I have been doing my readings under the live tab. So you can check out previous readings if you'd like. Also, let's see. Let's go ahead and get into it. Thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, comments, shares. Genuine support of my channel is greatly appreciated. Very much. And if you're interested in the decks that I potentially might use, you can check that out in the description box. Hang on a second. I'm going to shut this a little bit. And then also, if you'd like to leave a donation or a tip, that information is there. What do we got here? For Leo. I'll do all that. Okay. So we have Saturn or some kind of karmic lesson. There's a spiritual value, being asked to be mature at this time. There's a caution possibly about this long-range travel. Caution regarding long-range travel or thinking. All right. And limits have been imposed on what is to be shared. Something could be happening behind the scenes in a big way, Leo. So let's see, communicate. This could be about communications. Have faith in this communication that you're getting here that is aligning with your spiritual values, because the North Node is right here. Could be with or about a Capricorn. It's about making a decision. Now is the time to make a decision. And this communication and responsibility here, all in reverse, isn't aligning with your values at this time. Doesn't seem so. There's caution regarding something about your spiritual values and sharing and traveling to do so. What's going on, Leo? For Leo, wow. Yeah, cherish. Okay, so there's some kind of limit or caution about this Venus energy. Love, that is Libran values, enjoyment, charm, art, beauty, and the way to learn, teach, and be positive, expand, and grow. So we have cherish, learning, and teaching. So being open to, oh, okay. It almost wanted to flip over there. Huh. See, there's something about dropping the ball, dropping something, grow and expand. This was about growth and expansion. To exceed a limit that Saturn imposed. Karmic limit, toxic limit, a limit, whatever this is, this immediacy. Okay, there's learning or teaching and immediacy. There's a projection, be learning something to teach something. But this is doing something on your own to grow and expand. And since I have art and beauty and charm, Leo, and there's been limits imposed, this is about the way you project yourself. And you could need to make an immediate decision here. There's a mystery. Immediate decision based upon personal power, or I think it's like a choice. It could be at like a crossroads. You have a personal power road here, and then we've got the mystery road. So it's whichever road you take there. For the future, for hope and humanity's sake, Aquarius, whichever road you take here. Be patient with this energy. You are teaching some kind of lesson you may not even be aware of here so much, just by aligning with some kind of value that is different. Tao Te Ching could be significant. The Tao Te Ching, I just posted a quote about from that text. Okay, we have Capricorn. So there's something about Capricorn here. Day-to-day limits, day-to-day cautions, and gaining your goals day-to-day with the maturity and the spiritual values backing this art and this blessing that's coming in. And this all is about the future. I said something about past, present, or future in my reading, and I don't always say that. In fact, I rarely say that, or maybe I never said that, or not often anyway. Something about the past, present, and future, sacrifice, day to day, yield, caution, and limits. Okay, so when you grow and expand beyond the limits or ever what was imposed, these spiritual limits, okay, it does break something free. It breaks you free of something. Don't know what. Oh, Seven of Swords breaks you free of the deception. Okay, when you learn a lesson, we have limits imposed and caution regarding some kind of possible dishonesty about a competition, being competitive. Hmm. So you have maturity that brings about the change of not competing, being deceptive with competition, or hiding it anyway. Okay, so that must be what's coming out here for the future, the past, and the present, and the future, and how. Hmm, Lens, I guess. Let's see. Leo, what's for Leo here? All right, the limits and the cautions cause some kind of anxiety, but it is overcoming anxiety or worry that causes anxiety or emotions with these burdens. So carrying these burdens with you, it doesn't look like they're your burdens here. And when you align with values, that when you upgrade your values, you'll see something about that. Um, Leo, what is this Saturn energy? Something about quantum computers, hierophants wanting to, I don't know, come out sideways. Taurus energy, Earth energy, commitments. Here, I got this one to come out sideways. And the burdens. Wow, this all has to do with what you decide with your spiritual values, conventional or unconventional values. And what is it? Playing a game or not playing a game. Um, there's some kind of decisions or contracts or institutional kind of backings that caused burdens here, whether it be limiting travel or what is to be shared, but the burdens here, what is shared. So it's time to release some these burdens, or some of them anyway. We had 5 and now we got 10, and now we could have 15 burden at least. Uh, it's not that you want to share the burdens, but it's like you're what is the word? You are educating yourself, learning. So when you educate yourself, okay. This is about love or family. It came out kind of, I think, more upright. Something you cherish deep within you here, some kind of beauty in the way. There's some kind of way to the 10 of Cups, but you've been carrying so many burdens. It's hard to get there because you can't see where you're going, but you can't even see maybe who this 10 of Cups involves at this point. Maybe Star in reverse. Okay. Losing or lost some kind of hope. We have Aquarius here twice. This is growing and expanding. There's some kind of an attachment to a codependency based upon attention, or what you find that you've been doing in the past that is blocking you in the present moment. Okay, losing hope, but it's not actually losing hope. You just didn't. The path was had an obstacle. So once you remove the obstacles, okay, hope is also an inside job. So but not hope for humanity, because that's a big job. You can't carry that much burden. Okay, one person cannot carry the burden of humanity here. Okay, that's why we have the Hierophant over here. The Hierophant represents a larger scale. Okay, so there's give the burdens there. We've got two tens, two endings, the completions that simultaneously have a beginning. And here, look at that, Ace of Cups. Right. You get to learn and teach and be positive, grow and expand with an Ace of Cups. Love, from love. Love yourself first here, and then love arrives. Something like that. Wow. Okay. Love yourself first, and then love arrives. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups. And my goodness, that is pretty amazing there. All right. And this is for the future and hope. Restoring hope in Two of Cups. Not losing hope in love. All right. Wow. Strength is in reverse. You have a weak spot here or something. So love yourself first, and then the Two of Cups, and then Ten of Cups might appear on your path because you didn't see it. Let's see. Or you can shift the way you see something. Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you can shift the way you see something. And I just said something about the responsibility of this is not on you for humanity's sake, for the future and everybody's hopes and wishes. Page of Cups in reverse. There's also a lack of innocence here, or lack of interest. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Judgment in reverse. Five of Cups. Some kind of sadness involved with an expectation, or it's not like you have to quit cherishing something. It's just about the energies going to what you're pouring it into. So just remember that. This Page of Cups for humanity's sake. Okay, so something wasn't for humanity's sake. Somebody might want some closure there, but I don't know. Well, the Devil. Wow. Okay, Devil and the Hierophant, and it's over here. So some kind of lower vibrational cautions, or Saturn. Devil is Saturn, but I was pulling for over here, even though it landed over there. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. For hope and humanity's sake. So, yeah, the Devil's not innocent. This is a destined event. Humanity's sake, Wheel of Fortune. It's like, what is this one? Hermit. Oh my gosh. Okay, three major arcanas over here for humanity's sake. These are burdens. I said something about carrying burdens over humanity, but we're a grain of sand in a whole beach there. So if you want to compare. Okay, that's why Hermit's here, though, to shine light on this destined lesson. Because if it learn and teach, there was some kind of lesson. This is going with the flow. Facing your fears. Tower in reverse, facing your fears. Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, a lot of earth energy, and like wanting to go down with the ship here with the Tower in reverse, or humanity, I don't know, divided into going down with the ship or jumping the ship. What is this Devil for humanity's sake in the future? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. where you weren't nurturing yourself, or what wasn't nurturing in an environment of burdens. There's some kind of hope or wish someone had about this offer that was turned down, so you go to a different offer or something, another door to open. There's worry about that, or there was worry. It's overcoming worry. It's learning how to grow and expand from within. So there's some kind of chasing that happened here, and it's because the Queen of Pentacles upright is attracting, more like an Empress attracts and doesn't chase. So some kind of future being affected by the Devil and Wheel of Fortune and Hermit. Lovers in reverse. About a choice in love. Somebody's lack of choice in love now because they stayed with this Devil energy for so long. But what's going on here for Leo? And this could have been a marriage or a long-term involvement that was spiritual in nature, contracts, which expands, not just with usually two people, but, expands where a community could have been involved here. So you're taking flight, uplifting, at peace with decisions. Okay. There's where the maturity comes in. Okay, aligning with your own spiritual values. This is scissors here, and it's like cutting the cord. So cutting the cord and return to center and call your energy back there if you are confident enough to do that. So, like oil and water, separate lives drift apart. And okay. So there's like cautions and limits imposed on this separateness but it's only because someone doesn't see a higher perspective here. All right, this long range travel and what is to be shared feels wrong, bad idea, manipulated, led astray. And here we go, 10 of Wands, can't see where you're going, manipulated, led astray. So there's a budding star here, ready to burst out on the scene. Well, yeah, I see that. So let's see more about that. Your ideas are rejected. Okay, so that's to shift your spiritual values or what you placed importance upon. Shady deals, dark road, moonlighting to get by. Well, it's the shady deal part and the idea rejected part that you are drifting apart from. So you're drifting apart from the Devil kind of attachments or toxicity or the cautions or any type of limits. Someone can't break the ice and there's a chilly reception. So rejecting ideas or your ideas are being rejected, but rejection is protection here with the Hierophant. We have open to suggestions, front, center, and ready. Wow, to this charm, art, and beauty. So it's like being ready, but not jumping to every opportunity because the best things are like worth waiting for. Okay, so we've got, instead of turning back, we have going forward, open to new ideas. That's where Jupiter comes in to offer a blessing of love here with Ace of Cups. Stuck inside your head, brain freeze, overthinking it. Okay, don't overthinking it because there's a lot of suggestions coming in here that could suggest other things, more of the same cautions and limits. And so it's like learning enough to know what you are going to repeat or not repeat. It's okay. It's just worked up a real time in the behind. Something, yeah. Well, some of these suggestions are a time in the behind. Being positive through this has been possibly a bit difficult. There's heavy energy because I have Well, and I also have heavy energy here. You're blocking heavy energy weighed down by worry, or heavy energy is blocking something to come in here. And you can overcome the heavy energy by the hermit energy, but it's like not, it's like, oh, so progression, because this is interesting. The hermit is the 9, which is completing cycles, and the wheel of fortune here is the number 10, that is ending a huge cycle of the devil and the page of cups in reverse. What is not giving back? Okay, so what is not giving back to you is ending. Get ready, there's something coming in. You've neatly tied up and secured a trustworthy connection. There's one that is out there that is trustworthy connection. Okay, what's happening here? Four of Wands, 1111. This could be a marriage proposal once you drift away here, or a spiritual community that supports foundations. That is okay. So we have a Chariot in reverse, not moving forward due to the limits. That's Cancer energy. 10 of Pentacles, blockages. High Priestess in reverse. And the Chariot in reverse, these are emotions, this is intuition, this is the universe moving. So, well, the universe doesn't, it's like protecting this 10 of Pentacles. What I see, 7 of Wands, protecting the 10 of Pentacles. Yes, okay. I'm going to do a little more here, clarifying what's going on. 4 of Cups. Boredom, or this could be stubbornness, or this could be lack of interest. Sun, because somebody's happy what they're doing. You could be happy what you're doing. Focusing on yourself here. There's that crossroads I talked about earlier when I was talking about humanity. Are you dealing with humanity? Okay, the 3 of Cups in reverse, drifting apart, no longer celebrating with this energy that has different values, or different spiritual values, or this was what led to, that's who's rejecting ideas, or you're rejecting these ideas because they led to, oh, this is about sharing information, confusion, worry. Queen of Wands in reverse, sharing information about, oh, here's the Star upright now. The High Priestess was in the reverse, so there's some kind of information that was shared about actions that had somebody worried and confused here with results. Yeah, you're taking a step back from this, 4 of Swords, healing from it. But as you heal, you are being open. But like I said, not jumping to every opportunity because it's charming. Okay, so something was charming. 8 of Swords in reverse. You broke free from the mental constraint down. The Tower comes out. Okay, so that Tower was in reverse. I could have been trying to avoid a Tower, but regardless, the Tower came in. I said something about jumping ship or going down with it, and it came out in reverse and upright. So yeah. Well, it looks like either way, something is forked up and a tying in the behind. You're still being asked to, wow, 2 of Cups is in reverse. It was upright and over here after I pulled the Ace of Cups. Okay, so there was something about overcoming one thing and realizing there's another thing behind that. Wow, okay, so 2 of Cups in reverse. It offers you either turn down, or you've been turned down, or the turning down of love that is heavy. Now the Queen of Pentacles is upright. There's a lot of marrying here going on with humanity. We got Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Pentacles upright. Are you kidding? And I talked about the Queen of Pentacles upright when I talked about it over here. I said, what did I say? Oh, attracting, not chasing. Heavy. Something was heavy. Wow. Okay, earth side energy, upright, being nurturing. King of Swords. Wow. Logical in the decision with this Seven of Swords. This deception. It's like we started with that, didn't we? So everything's mirroring or turning around, or at least Saturn's doing something that this lesson that's unavoidable. Okay, something's unavoidable. Just gonna know your truth in reverse with a group. So group doesn't have the truth. That's a high priestess in reverse. Or group of high priestesses in reverse that you've drifted apart from. Okay, what's happening here early on? Let go of the ego. Okay. Ego was attached to this situation. Now you have the maturity to overcome. That's happening. Let's come over here on humanity. Possess self-confidence in reverse. Okay. This Queen of Pentacles in reverse, double Page of Cups in reverse, had to do with self-confidence. Okay, self-confidence, be yourself here, or move away from what no longer serves, because I have drifting apart. Could have expressed your feelings, but it was rejected, or the results, somebody didn't like the results. So there's a crossroads here, and led someone to travel, think about travel, or think about shifting their values because a decision needed to be made there. Decision to follow the golden rule was made, came out upright, made the decision to follow the golden rule, realized that whatever was being led astray or over there is on its own. Okay, so you're following the golden rule, having the self-confidence to follow the golden rule, and not worrying about what this other energy is doing. So staying in your own lane here with the Four of Swords. Ask for guidance. And then we have ungrateful. Somebody giving or receiving guidance, but it wasn't genuine with have an attitude of gratitude in reverse. Let's feel joy. Wow. So when you follow the rule, you have joy and love. Love yourself first. Be positive. Be yourself. Like way up there above everything. Be yourself. Be yourself. Okay, thoughts create your reality. You're learning what you think about comes about. Everyone has value. Values over here. Your values shifted. Their value needed to shift it, or where you didn't value yourself or journey within, being shown where now you still have a choice to do so. Like never too late. We have love life here. New or renewed love is here for you. There were limits and cautions imposed on some kind of new or renewed love. Self-confidence through God confidence. Possess self-confidence is in reverse. It's upright here. We got Tiger Eye with a group. And it could be a big group with a bunch of backing here. Keeping time to yourself. Celebrating the small things. Self-confidence through God confidence. Well, here we go. That love life wants to come out. Rose quartz. New or renewed love is here for you. Because with passion and purpose. Let's see. I gotta see this message. Hang on here. Okay, we will. Okay. All right. Gives you energy, motivation. Okay, wait a minute. I skipped the first two words. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's near and dear to your heart. Okay, that's what you're being called to do. Purpose with passion, love line, busy times, multitasking in reverse. I just saw that. Okay, this is honestly assessing why you're so busy. So honestly assess why here I got the opposite of busy with the Four of Swords and then open to suggestions. So if you're open to suggestions to want to be busy, I suppose they'll come in and keep you busy. So it's time to take a look at that. So whatever is joyful at this time, you may want to take a look at, or it's about enjoying what you do. Easy does it is in reverse. Something became a something became a time in the behind here about being positive about something. Your health, happiness, and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. Okay, this is about, I said, nurturing your, loving yourself first here with the Ace of Cups. Who you're celebrating with. Oh, you are going to have, okay, you are going to have energy, guys. There is celebrating. Or there's something about small steps, celebrating the small baby steps, the small wins for yourselves. You don't need an audience to celebrate. Something like that. Yeah. I do hope that was helpful. I'm going to get a couple more things and then I'm going to close it out. And figure out where those go. Sorry. Trying to not be too long with that. All right, let's see what's coming out from you. For you. And oh, I got caught on my ring. All righty. Wow. Got the number 10. It's the ancient. No, it's not. Oh my gosh. Well, I mentioned the Teo Te Ching. I think that's pretty ancient, but actually I meant to say antique. And ancient and antique do not mean the same thing. That's funny. Okay. Number 10. Close many tens in your reading. We got a heart here, a yellow heart. Then I have tiger eye twice in your reading about this confidence. Okay, we have wisdom, knowledge, or the owl, totem, or spirit. And then we have a key to the heart. Our heart, your heart opens the key. A heart closing out a cycle, accepting a new beginning. And it's not even something that is, it's just like maybe choosing something different on a daily basis that shifts the energy for you to align with the key, possibly the key to things. I don't know. You're right. Leo, what is happening to Leo? What would be helpful for Leo at this time on our path or the journey? And watching the video here. I have a peak. There could be a mountain. You could be going to a mountain peak. Something about that. A leap. Oh, wow. Huh. Leap of faith here, maybe. I happen to have faith. Leap faith. FAI. It's about taking a leap of faith. All right. Faith. All right. I got right. Let's see. I got bright. Wow. Something's very bright and it's right. Oh, Okay, I mentioned something about that. And there's this. No, there's not this. There's just, I thought there was a T, but there's not. So. All right, I have a trick. Big trick. I got creep, creep, reap. You're gonna reap what you sow here. Big, or I already said that. Big rig. Big rig. I got hack. I got rack. I got pack. I got whack. Crack. Brick. Might. Pie. Peer. As in peers. One's peers. I have IRA. Ick. I got frack. I got price. Rice and mice. Bryce. Hair is in tortoise in the hair. I got a plan. No, I don't have a plan. I don't have an N. Oh, well, that could be significant. Having a plan? No, having a plan. I don't know. I have a lie. Oh, maybe that's why. That was a, pie. I don't know if I said that. But tie. Trip. Flip. Flip a trip. The price of a flip a trip? I don't know. You have the sea, as in the ocean. All right. I'm going to end it there. Thanks, Leo. See you next time.